Social media was supposed to connect us, to make us feel less alone. But the truth is, every time you post a picture, tag your location, or share a story, you're giving someone a way in. Not everyone scrolling through your feed is a friend. Some are watching closer than you think. Some know your routine, your favorite coffee shop, the way your bedroom light hits the window at night. And when obsession meets access, when curiosity turns into control, Instagram becomes more than just an app. It becomes a hunting ground. Tonight's episode is a collection of 7 true stories. Real people who learned too late that followers can mean something far more sinister. From fake accounts and location tags to hacked profiles and stalkers who cross the digital line into the real world. These are the stories that will make you rethink who's really watching your stories. So, dim the lights, lock your doors, and maybe, after this episode, you'll think twice before pressing post. Story 1. DM Stalker found me. It started like most DMs do, a simple, seemingly harmless message. Hey, I love your photos. You're really talented. I smiled at my phone. It was from someone named Alex. His profile looked normal, nothing unusual. Profile picture of him with a dog. A few posts about travel. Some generic quotes. I thought nothing of it and replied politely, thanking him for the compliment. At first, he seemed normal. We exchanged messages casually, talking about our hobbies, music, small day-to-day things. It was lighthearted and friendly. But soon, the messages became more frequent, not just once a day, but several times, at random hours. Why didn't you post today? Who's that in your latest story? You're ignoring me, aren't you? I tried to ignore it at first, thinking maybe he was just enthusiastic, or maybe I was overreacting. Then came the first photo. It was of my apartment building taken from across the street. I stared at the screen in disbelief. I had never shared my address. I hadn't posted any location tags. How did he know where I lived? Panic started to settle in. I blocked him immediately, but new accounts appeared. Different names, different profile pictures, but always the same tone, always referencing my life, my location. One evening, a friend knocked on my door. "There's someone outside taking pictures of your windows," she whispered. I ran to the window. A man was standing across the street, phone in hand, watching. It wasn't Alex's original profile, but it didn't matter. It was him, or them. Someone knew where I was. I called the police and reported everything. They traced the accounts as best they could, burner phones, VPNs, untraceable emails. Nothing led anywhere. Sleep became impossible. Every notification made my heart jump. Every shadow outside felt like someone was watching. Weeks later, I deleted my Instagram entirely. I thought it would end there. But even months later, a new account appeared, messaging me. "I still love your photos." And just like that, the fear returned. No one online is truly anonymous. No one is truly safe, because someone, somewhere, is always watching. Story 2. Fake account horror. It started with a notification I didn't expect. Someone had created an Instagram account using my name, my photos, my captions. At first, I laughed. A fake account. Who cares? It wasn't real. But then, the messages started. Friends began texting me, asking strange questions. "Why did you ask me for my address? Are you at this coffee shop right now?" I froze. I hadn't sent those messages. I hadn't asked anyone for anything. I logged into the fake account from a friend's phone. Everything was a perfect copy of me, my profile picture, my bio, the posts I had shared months ago. Even my friends were being followed. It wasn't just a prank. Someone was pretending to be me. I reported the account immediately. Instagram removed it. I thought it was over. But the next day, another account appeared, then another. Each one used slightly different photos, but all of them copied my style, my captions, even the hashtags I used. Then came the first photo I hadn't posted anywhere, a picture of me, taken while I was sleeping, on my own bed. My blinds were closed. No one should have seen me. Panic surged. I changed locks, installed cameras, deleted personal posts. But it didn't matter. The fake accounts kept appearing. The messages continued, from different accounts, different names, sometimes polite, sometimes threatening. "You can't hide from me. Why did you block me? I'm closer than you think." I started carrying my phone everywhere, double-checking windows, watching the street outside. Then one night, I received a package at my door. Inside a single Polaroid, it was me, sitting at my kitchen table, looking at my laptop. The camera angle made no sense. No one could have taken it from outside. I called the police. They could trace nothing. VPNs, fake profiles, burner phones. Every lead dead-ended. Sleep became a memory. Every notification made me jump. Every stranger in the street felt like them. Months later, I deleted Instagram entirely. I told my friends to stop following accounts with my name. I changed email addresses, phone numbers, and even social media handles. And yet, even now, when I see a new account with a similar name, I feel my heart race. Because someone, somewhere, still knows me, still watches, still copies. No one online is ever really alone. No one is ever truly safe. Story 3. Location Tag. Mistake. It seemed innocent at first. A single post, a coffee cup on a rainy morning, a smile, the shop in the background. I tagged the location without thinking. Within minutes, a message appeared. "Nice spot. Don't turn around." I laughed nervously. A joke, probably. But my stomach twisted. I had never shared my exact location before. How could they know? I looked up. Across the street, a man stood. Tall, dark coat, hands in his pockets, watching. Not casually, intently. I quickly walked away, heart racing. I tried to tell myself it was a coincidence. But the messages kept coming. Days later, "Loved your latte today." Same spot. I deleted the location tag immediately, changed my daily routine. No morning coffee at the same place. No tagged photos anywhere. Still, it continued. At work, walking to the store, even at my gym messages referenced me being there, knowing where I was, watching. One evening, I posted a story about a new book I was reading. No location, no face, just my hands holding the cover. Minutes later, a DM appeared. "I see you every time you step out." I didn't respond. I didn't post again for weeks. The fear was constant. Every shadow outside my window felt like them. Every reflection in the glass made me check twice. Then came the night I returned home late. Lights were on, windows closed, door locked. A sticky note lay on my doormat. "You make it too easy." I called the police. They checked the area. No one there, no prints. I deleted Instagram entirely, moved apartments, changed routines. But sometimes, when I pass by a coffee shop, I feel a gaze on me. A message flashes in my mind. "Nice spot." And I know, somewhere, someone remembers every location I've ever tagged, every step I've ever shared, waiting, watching. No post, no tag, no story is ever truly private. Not anymore. Story 4. Story viewer obsession. It started innocently enough. I noticed one username always appeared at the top of my story viewers, every single time. At first, I thought it was just a coincidence. Maybe they were awake earlier than others. Maybe they were genuinely interested. But then the obsession became clear. No likes, no comments, just silent watching. Every story I posted from morning coffee to my evening walk, they saw it first. I blocked them once. They came back under a new account, then another, dozens of them. I tried to ignore it. I told myself it was harmless, but the unease grew. One night, I posted a story from my apartment, nothing personal, just the skyline outside my window. Minutes later, a message popped up. "Pretty view, but I like the inside better." My stomach turned cold. No one should have seen inside my apartment. I didn't post anything from inside, and yet they knew. I changed my account to private, deleted posts, deleted stories, but every new account that popped up was the same, watching. I started looking out my window more often, checking who was outside. Every shadow, every passerby, my mind imagined them, watching, waiting. Even when I left the city for a few weeks, the messages continued. Someone knew my schedule. Someone followed me online. Someone obsessed with every small detail of my life. It wasn't just stalking. It was control. A psychological invasion. I felt trapped in my own digital life. I finally quit Instagram, deleted the app entirely. Even now, months later, I notice one thing: the silent viewer, always present, always waiting. Sometimes, I wonder how many are watching you right now, without you even knowing. And that thought is enough to keep me from ever posting again. Story 5. Follower showed up. He had been following me for months, one of my oldest followers, always kind, always complimentary. He commented on my posts occasionally, liked my photos, nothing alarming. I thought he was just a regular fan, someone who appreciated my content. But then, one evening, I got a message. "I'm in your city. Maybe we can meet." I laughed it off. He lived hundreds of miles away. Clearly, he was exaggerating. I didn't respond. I continued my evening, thinking nothing of it. Later that night, someone rang my doorbell. I froze. No one was there, but on the ground, a Polaroid. I picked it up. It was me, taken that very morning, sitting in my kitchen, scrolling on my phone. I called the police immediately. They checked the area. No footprints, no signs of forced entry. I locked all doors and windows, installed cameras, changed routines. But the messages continued. "I enjoyed seeing you today. I'll be around tomorrow." Every day, I felt eyes on me. Every shadow became suspect. Every stranger on the street looked familiar. I tried to warn friends, told them not to engage with followers they didn't know. But social media encourages trust, and I had learned the hard way that trust can be dangerous. Eventually, I deleted that account. Deleted posts, changed handles, disappeared from the platform entirely. But even months later, a new account appeared, a follower with no posts, no bio, just a message. "I finally found you." I knew instantly who it was. Someone who had followed every move, every post, every story. The lesson is simple. Not every follower is harmless. Not every message is innocent. And sometimes, someone who seems like a fan can cross the line from virtual admiration to real-world danger. Since that day, I've been cautious. I never post locations. I rarely post stories. And every time my phone buzzes unexpectedly, I check twice. Because someone is always watching, always waiting, and sometimes they show up. Story 6. Hacked Profile. I woke up to chaos. My phone was buzzing non-stop. Friends were texting, calling, asking why I had posted disturbing videos. I froze. I hadn't posted anything. Logging into Instagram, I realized my worst nightmare had come true. My account was hacked, photos deleted, stories replaced with violent clips I had never seen, captions that made no sense. One said simply, "She's gone." Panic surged. I tried logging in again, locked out. I reset my password, denied. Two-factor authentication, bypassed. Every security measure I had ever set was useless. Then I noticed the DMs. Most were gone, but one remained unread. A single account, unfamiliar, but somehow connected to my profile. It sent one message: "You should have answered me." I didn't recognize the number, the username, nothing. Just the chilling knowledge that someone had complete control over my digital presence. I called Instagram support. They eventually helped me recover the account, but everything had changed. Photos, history, interactions gone. I felt violated, exposed, and worse, I felt watched. Every day, I logged in cautiously. Every notification, every new follower made me jump. Was it them, the hacker, or someone else watching? I stopped posting stories, stopped sharing anything personal. I even started checking my apartment constantly: windows, doors, cameras. It wasn't just about losing control online. It was about the invasion into my life. The idea that someone could see, manipulate, and threaten me without ever stepping into my home. Weeks later, a friend sent me a screenshot, another account, new username, new photos. It was fake, pretending to be me. The cycle began again, and I knew one thing for certain: no one online is truly safe. No password, no privacy setting, no security measure can stop someone who is determined. Sometimes late at night, I wonder who's really behind the screen, and I realize it could be anyone, anywhere, watching, waiting, planning their next move. Story 7. Final story. She was a popular travel influencer, always smiling, always posting the perfect photos. Every corner of the world, every cafe, every street seemed to be captured through her lens. At first, no one noticed anything unusual, but then subtle details appeared. In nearly every post, a shadow, a blurry figure in the background, always the same. Fans started commenting, "Who's that man behind you in the airport photo? Is that someone following you in the cafe?" She laughed it off, dismissed it as coincidence, but the feeling of being watched grew. Soon, it became impossible to ignore. She noticed the figure herself, in reflections, in mirrors, in crowded streets, always distant, always just out of focus, but always there. One night, she posted a story from her hotel room. No people, just the city lights outside. Minutes later, a new message appeared from a follower. "Smile for the camera." Her heart skipped. The account was new. No posts, no profile picture, yet it knew where she was. Exactly. Panicked, she left the hotel immediately, checked into another location, changed schedules, routes, hotels. And still, the presence followed. Every post seemed to attract it. Every story, every photo, every check-in, it was there. Eventually, she stopped posting entirely. Her followers noticed her absence. Messages asking for updates went unanswered. And then, one night, a shaky video appeared on her account. No explanation, no caption, just darkness, and a whisper, "Smile for the camera." Minutes later, her account was deleted, offline, gone, and no one knew what happened to her. The lesson is clear. Not every follower is harmless. Not every viewer is innocent. Some shadows exist in real life, even if they first appear on a screen. Social media is built on visibility. Every photo, every story, every check-in is an invitation to connect, to share, to be seen. But sometimes, being seen comes with a price. Tonight, we've shared 7 true stories of obsession, invasion, and stalking. Real people, real lives, disrupted by those who watched too closely, who followed too far, and who crossed the boundary from the virtual world into the real one. These stories are not just cautionary tales. They are warnings about trust, about privacy, about the danger lurking behind a friendly message or a silent viewer. If you post, think twice. If you share, stay vigilant. And if someone makes you feel uneasy, listen to that instinct. Because the next story, the next profile, the next account you follow might not be as harmless as it seems. And sometimes the person watching isn't far away at all. They're closer than you think. Thank you for listening tonight. Stay safe, be cautious, and remember the digital world may seem endless, but someone out there is always watching. Sleep carefully.